Your name is what?
My name is Manfred Townsend.
Yeah. That's your real name?
What difference does it make?
Just idle curiosity, that's all. I was wondering if I might have heard of you someplace, that's all.
Well, where do you think you might have heard him from me? In the Who's Who of Arsonists? What's the matter? The place bugged?
I got a talkative secretary. Norm Elliott referred you to me, is that right?
Yeah, good old Storm and Norman. We were in Nam together. He handled the canisters and I held the nozzle.
Excuse me?
The nozzle, you know, like flamethrowers?
Join the Army and learn a career. Maybe you could tell me what you've done in the past.
Hey, listen, just trust me, will you?
No, you trust me. Come on, I won't tell anybody. Come on.
Hey, listen, I've touched more empty department stores than I can remember. You know, the worse the economy gets, the better business is for me.
Yeah? What about private residences?
Yeah, I do private residences, only if they're empty, though.
Anything else?
Yeah, I've done a couple of barns and a few warehouses and a dock up north and a stable once, but no horses with them.
A humanitarian firebug. How heartwarming.
Well, listen, you guys call me. I didn't call you. And you add murder to arson, and the law's after you for 10 times as much.
Well, this way is practically vacant anyway. Besides, there certainly ain't gonna be anybody there tonight.
Well, I'll just go by and check the place out and come back and give you an estimate, all right? Is this one of those, insurance jobs?
Hey.
All right. Your secretary, she must have great hearing. I forgot.
I mean, it's none of your business.
Well, fine. The less I know, the better it is for me.
Well, it's been real good meeting you, Manfred. I'm sure with you on our side, the future's gonna be looking just a whole lot brighter.
I'm not all against playgrounds. I'm just telling you what the law says. Yet.
Morning, Gene.
Let me guess, you're Alan Funt and the cameras are right behind you.
Don't I wish I had a tape of this? I'd mail it to Sam and show her how much you miss her.
No, I'm not the one who fired her, so mail it to Slaymaker.
Well, I can see you're not having a good morning so far, but I'm here to brighten it up.
Is that what they mean by adding insult to injury, my man?
Look here. Pictures.
Pictures.
Of houses.
Of houses, mm-hmm.
For guess who?
My mother. Well, so when am I supposed to start feeling brightened?
Go ahead on, sift through them. I've gone through whole catalogs picking those out. I haven't talked to your mother. I know her taste.
Mm-hmm. Do you know my mom's price range?
Gene, you know I'm a genius at finances.
Yeah, these won't do, Leon.
Hey, come on, Gene. Look, these are the top of my line. Look, have you seen the one with the porch swing?
Leon, it isn't fair. Now, I'm stuck with you like you're my relative or something. I didn't even get your sister in the bargain, man.
Another place, another time. Besides, your mother's gonna close this deal, not you.
Well, I sure miss her.
Well, I can help you out there.
Oh, yeah?
You need an assistant, someone capable, intelligent, conservative in an aggressive sort of way.
Well, Leon, my man, I don't think this office could handle two single cats like us. And besides, two black brothers working together, both males, think what that would do to the quota.
Hey, I wasn't volunteering. I mean, I've been in the Army. I got all that government service out my system.
Yeah, but you know someone who could possibly...
I know someone who would fit the role of your assistant perfectly.
Oh, that's very good, because we are advertising that position.
Look, brother, I'm trying to save you some time. Now, I know someone real cute.
Yeah.
Beauty and brains. And we know the law didn't turn out for so many of those.
Well, listen, Leon, you have her come over here this afternoon and I'll test her. But in the meantime, downtown's going to send someone else over, too, so...
Fair is fair.
All right.
You know, I'm glad Sam introduced us. Sometimes a man needs a good friend to look after him.
I see.
Later, Gene.
Okay, man. All right, this time I will get it right. Office of Planning and Development, Gene Redland speaking.
In a world of fast-lane hurrying, I need a man who'll stop my worrying. I need a man who'll slow me
Becky, I'm trying to study.
down. I'll turn it down.
Why don't you just hum to yourself instead?
Russ, I'm trying to learn these lyrics.
Come on, that's your voice right there on the tape.
I know it's my voice on the tape. We recorded that in a studio and I was reading off lead sheets. Now I have to memorize it, okay?
Go to the library. They got audio booths there.
Yeah, well, they have study booths, too.
Becky, my test is in 2 hours. Give me a break, huh?
Russ, come on, it can't be that loud. Slow me down.
Hey, look at this. Phil's in this one.
What?
I said, Phil's in this one. Here I am studying anatomy, and lo and behold, your precious lead guitarist is one of the terms. Right there. Gluteus maximus. Guess which part that is?
I don't know. Vocal cords?
No. It's the head, actually.
Russ, it isn't that music that's bugging you at all, is it?
No. It's the music. Phil. It's Francis pretending like he's Colonel Parker. Those musicians you hang out with, it's your friends telling me every 5 minutes that you were great sounding at the Tiger's Paw.
Look, I didn't ask for a blow-by-blow description. Thank you. Now, if you'd just be quiet, I'm trying to study. all right?
No. This is studying, Beck. That is playing around.
Well, who am I to argue? Because nobody knows more about playing around than you do.
Yeah, you're right. And when you start with Phil, I'll be the first to know.
How about the smile on my face?
No. I'll know when you admit that this audition garbage and you're trying to make it to the top and get discovered is a lie.
Uh-huh.
Maybe then you'll tell me just why it is you're really sticking it out. this
Russ,
summer.
when are you going to grow up?
Oh, is that what you're doing? Growing up? Little Russell's dragging behind? You're not growing up. You're moving farther and farther back into some childhood fantasy about being a star. And I'll tell you something, Beck. When you grow out of that, hey, maybe, just maybe now, mind you, you might be back on the same level with me.
Same level with you. Well, thanks a lot, Russ, and congratulations on the best insult I've ever heard. Please just hold me. Slowly, I'm running with the crowd. Can't you see that I'm crying right out loud? Crying for a man who's lonely.
And you've never had stomach problems like this before.
Well, my first problem made me a little nervous, but nothing like this.
And I'm the first doctor you've seen with the problem?
Yeah, and you came highly recommended, too.
Really? By whom?
By one of the nurses at the hospital.
Really? Which one? I work there part-time.
Not the local hospital, the one a little further out, you know. And she said that you were the best in the area, too.
Huh. Must have been a med student I taught somewhere along the line.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, anyway, I'm going to send you to a specialist. You know, this may be an emotional problem.
Well,
Now, I mean, outside of these few complaints, you're perfectly healthy. A little nervous, but healthy.
well, maybe you can give me a little something for it.
No, I don't like penciling out prescriptions. Great. No ink. As if this building isn't giving me enough problems as it is. Now I'm running out of office supplies.
What do you mean the building's giving you some problems?
We saw the construction outside.
Yeah, well, I just thought that was remodeling.
That's the official line, Mr. Townsend. I'll be right back. I need to grab a pen.
Well, take your time.
Anxious to leave?
I was just pacing around.
I see. Well, I'm going to give you the address of an associate of mine, a genius with gastrointestinal problems.
Hey, listen, Doc, I really appreciate this.
Well, I will have to bill you for this preliminary checkup. You want to pay me now, or should I bill you later?
Well, why don't you just send me the bill?
All right.
Who is it?
Your faithful attorney.
Is it important?
Yeah, can I come in?
Make it fast.
What are you doing?
What does it look like I'm doing? I'm throwing away all these plants.
That's what it looks like. Why don't you, plant them out back?
Because I detest plants. For as long as I can, you have to feed them, water them, take care of them. What do you get out of it?
They're pretty. Were these your mama's?
Yeah. As long as I can remember, she was fussing over plants and ignoring me. You know, I grew up being jealous of petunias.
Jealous of petunias.
What do you want? You said it was important.
Oh, get very. Yeah, I talked to Mitch Dunbar.
Funny, I was just thinking about him. I wonder why Terry dug him up again.
I love it.
Well, what did he have to say?
He made you an offer?
Yeah? How much?
1/4 of everything Nora owned. Of course, I told him that being the shrewd woman you were, you'd turn down that offer no time flat.
Hey, Webster, look, I'm the client. I'll make the
yeah,
decisions,
yeah, of
okay?
course. It's just that we both know that making that offer is testimony of the fact that they're running scared. Look, we got the win in hand. Huh? They know that, and they want to fold before the stakes get any higher.
Is that what we've got, winning hand?
You don't think so?
No, I think we've got one queen and a joker. But settling out of court would speed things up a bit, wouldn't it?
Look, Nancy, I want you to know that it is in your best interest when
How
I...
fast, Webster?
Out of court, I don't know, less than a week. Look, I really should say that it isn't a matter of what's expeditious, but what's right.
What's profitable?
Yeah, what's right for us, same thing.
I've finally done it. Terry is finally having a compromise to me.
That was the objective.
Well, you don't appreciate what that means, Webster. I mean, finally she's having to bend to me.
Look, Nancy, if you accept their offer, you might as well wave goodbye to at least another quarter, maybe half of the estate. Now, that could be yours.
But that could go on for years, Webster.
Oh, well, why are you in such a hurry anyway? Look, you got the house, you got the car. Why don't you just sit tight here and let me work things out, okay?
She's buckling under the pressure, isn't she? I bet you that old coot tried to talk her into this. Or Ben. Oh, he's so spineless.
Okay,
Ben.
you work out your personal vendettas, and when you come to a decision, you give me a call, all right?
Hey, stop pouting. Tell them they can stuff their offer.
You're refusing the proposition?
Hey, I don't negotiate with people on the run, you know.
Exactly my sandwich. You had me on the go there for a minute, though.
I don't like the way you underestimate me, Webster.
Oh, on the contrary. I admire you more every time I see you.
Webster, you're violating the first rule of courtship. Don't come on to a lady when she's pulling plants out of
I know what you're saying, yeah. Leave me alone. Yeah, another place, another vine.
Goodbye, Webster.
Yeah, I really ought to be going. If I hang around here too long around single women, it might soil my reputation.
Oh, get out of here, will you? Jeez.
Oh, hi there. Miss Lang or Miss Hosted?
Vicky Lang, I hope I'm not late.
No, as a matter of fact, you're right on time. I was just getting your test ready here. I bet you can't wait, huh?
I was hoping I'd never see another test after I graduated.
Oh, how long has that been?
Guess.
Well, last year.
Thanks, you'd make a great boss.
I see. Now, this is a standard secretary test here, but you don't have to worry because the job entails more than just filing and typing. We need to get as many people as possible to be accessible in case of vacation or sick leave.
Oh,
so-
that's fine. I like typing.
Oh, better say that softly, otherwise Miss Mulberry across the way will come and take you away.
Is that Mrs. Mulberry?
Oh, Miss Hosted.
Yeah, that's right. I'm supposed to see some red lawn guy.
Leon, I see. Hi, well, I'm Gene Redlin, and I suppose you're here for the assistant job, huh?
Right. I was told you were cute.
I see. Well, if you'll come over here, Miss Halstead, I'm just filling one of the other applicants in on the information, so...
Mr. Redland, this
Yes.
all looks self-explanatory. Maybe I could just go somewhere and take the test?
Oh, sure, but there's more involved than that.
Well, I think this will get me started.
Okay, well, I guess if we don't make too much noise, you can sit over there in the corner. Okay.
Am I going to have to sit in the corner, too? I did that all through school.
No, Miss Halstead, as a matter of fact, you can use my desk. Now, this is a standardized secretarial test which is used to appraise the rhetorical and grammatical talents of the applicant. You'll be graded against a mean average, and the result will be considered along with a personality profile and professional resume, so...
He was right. You are cute.
Come in. Well, Miss Lawson.
Hi. I was hoping that Miriam might be here. She's not at her desk.
No. Well, she answered 7 telephone calls this morning, and that seems to be her quota for the day.
Oh, must be nice.
No, as a matter of fact, it's very tiresome. Yelling at secretaries is one thing, but when it's your own daughter, well...
So Miriam's not working out?
Oh, there's no problem at all. We just had a little run-in. We have them all the time.
Yes, I was noticing your relationship.
Oh?
Oh, no, I just mean that you've got an unusual father-daughter closeness, that's all. And when you spend that much time together, you're bound to argue.
You think she's spoiled, don't you?
Yes?
Well, as a matter of fact, you're right. And I work very hard to keep it that way, too. My only daughter, I never had a son.
What are you reading here?
Oh, well, this is a budget projection for Hollister Square. And you can't really believe those figures in times like these.
Very impressive.
Oh, you're good with budgets.
Other people's, yes. $8 million?
Well, as I mentioned a moment ago, that's only a projection. And as I also indicated, you can't believe that total. As a matter of fact, by the time this project is finished, I'd say it would be well over 10 million.
And you get all that back, do you?
Well, hopefully under 2 years. Then, after that, everything could get very prosperous. You know, you remind me of Miriam sometimes.
Are you?
Especially when the topic is money.
Well, actually, I think I'd better be going on out to lunch. I'll just go by myself and hit the fast food route, I suppose. I hate fast food.
Nonsense. We'll have lunch together.
Oh, but I wouldn't dream of it. You know, Miriam would never forgive me.
We're going to lunch, not the Bahamas.
But she's so possessive.
Yes, I know all about that, but don't worry about that. If she hadn't left so abruptly, I would have taken her myself. You know, as a matter of fact, I think that's kind of poetic justice.
You know, I like the way you handle her. You give her what she wants, but you never let her get out of line.
Well, you know, I have never yet found a woman who didn't respond to that, Miss Lawson.
It's Nancy.
Nancy, shall we go?
Sure.
How are things with Russ?
Oh, same as usual. He loves me not.
That's the way he treats you each day, huh? On and off.
Come on, don't blame him. I've got a short fuse, too.
You want some soda? Oh, that's right, you can't have the caffeine. You know, I'm reminded of the Civil War.
What? How's that?
Well, the conflict was inevitable. Even Henry Clay couldn't compromise a nation out of a war. There were deals and concessions and arrangements all made to aim the country away from the conflict, but it was unavoidable.
I see, and this is Russ and me, huh?
Well, I can't help but to tell you what I'm feeling.
Okay.
You know, Becky, sooner or later this thing's gonna break. The placating and the deal-making just aren't gonna work.
Well, thank you for cheering me up.
I'm sorry. I guess I'm too honest for my own good. There's nothing I'd like better than to sit here and encourage you. But I have to tell you what's on my heart.
Yeah, you're a doll. Francis, does Phil know that I'm pregnant?
I was just gonna ask you that.
You mean you didn't tell him?
No. I guess that shoots my theory of being honest.
Come on, you're not dishonest. He just didn't ask.
Well, I was kind of hoping you'd have told him by now.
I know, and I will in time. I don't like keeping it from him. It's just... Don't you think he'd kick me out of the group if he found out?
I hardly think it'll affect your voice.
No, but it sure affects my stage appearance.
It might elicit audience empathy.
Yeah, if I'm singing Monteverdi, but I'm singing rock and roll.
Well, I don't think he's gonna let you go. I bet he'll be hurt, though.
He kind of likes me, doesn't he?
Phil gets crushes easily.
That's all that it is?
Well, for yours and Russ' sakes and the band's, let's hope so.
So my secret is safe with you, huh?
Yes. You better tell the little one, though. The way you've been feeling lately, I'm not sure you're gonna be able to keep this a secret much longer.
How's it look?
Should go up in a flash. It's an old building. It's poorly ventilated and it's dry as a bone. Should be no problem.
That's encouraging. What about the estimate?
The estimate? Yeah, well, since it's going to be an easy job, since I can get out of town fast, the airport's only about...
Townsend, the figure?
Figure's $20,000.
What?
You heard me, $20,000.
You gotta be kidding. God, look, I can pay the newsboy to set his paper on fire and throw it on Martin's doorstep in the morning.
You do that.
Look, maybe you don't understand. Look, we don't want the whole place to go up, Manfred, just the doctor's office.
Well, what do you want me to do? Stand there with a hose and contain the fire?
Wait a minute, you're the expert in this thing. You're
Yeah,
supposed
that's
to figure
right.
that
I'm
out.
an expert in this thing, and with a torch fire like this, you can't control
Look,
it.
this morning you couldn't even light your own cigarette.
Hey, listen, that's fine. You take $10 off the price, and we'll call it even, all right?
$20,000. That's ridiculous.
Hey, Webster, when do I get paid?
When you finish the job, you'll be paid in full.